Last time on the Incorrigible Party. Rumpke finds Nihlen Rack, but is distracted by an old acquaintance before he gets a chance to ask him about a potential in with the Stalker's Lodge. Kylia visits the castle to confirm that Zalmo is unavailable, finding Sasha attempting to break into his desk, looking for possible information about her mother. All while Helkruk and Opal entertain some suspicious visitors at the keep.
I walk up and I sort of pat Manny on the back and I go, "You're doing well for starting out there, buddy. If I was in full form, you'd been in trouble."
Oh, I don't doubt it, Rumpke. Thanks for the match.
Yeah, we'll work out together sometime.
Anytime.
Then I sort of hop out of the ring down where Nihlen is and go, "Yeah, I did my best. Give me a few days, I'll get back at it."
Yeah, okay. Well, you wanted to talk about something. Look, come back to my office here.
Hey, let me get my clothes on here.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
And then I'll follow him back to wherever he's going.
Yeah, and basically kind of back to the hallway where the change rooms are, and there's like a little office back there where you can sit you down. He sits at his desk and with the chair in front of it. Well, you weren't kidding. You really are sick.
Well, it's that, and I know Manny. I know he's new. I wanted to give him a little bit of, make him inspired here. He's going to be a good guy. He's a big fella.
Oh, I know it. I know talent when I see it.
Yeah, when you're training these guys at the beginning, I don't need to tell you. Yeah, I give him a little hope and inspiration there, and I let him get a few good whacks in on me, and gave him a few whiffs to make him feel good.
Well, you know what? That's another reason why I could use you around here, Rumpke. Like I said, you know the ropes, especially the unsanctioned fights. You know how it goes. You know how it can go wrong.
I do, and I've been sort of putting you off for a while because I want to sort of make my own way. I figured I can work my way up on my own to be at the Brawlers, but the more I think about it, the more I know maybe a little bit of a helping hand, and you and I could work together and maybe expedite that.
Well, hey, as I told you before, you're numero uno excommunicado around here in the unsanctioned fighters here, and nobody's gonna want to touch you. But look, Nihlen Rack is different, and he combs one hand through his slicked hair as he says that. I can take you to the top, and obviously I'm gonna ride up there with you. We don't need the Bash and Clash. We don't need any of these places. We want the Concordance Ring. We want thousands and thousands and thousands of people cheering your name, and by extension, mine. What do you say?
Certainly sounds good. So what's the deal?
Full representation. You have the full backing power of a Nihlen Rack.
Tell you what, Nihlen. I have a few things going on, and I want to sign up with you.
Great! He pulls out a paper and a quill.
But before I do, I have to resolve a couple little things.
Oh.
And it's something you might be able to help me with to make me sign that paper even faster.
What do you need?
I know you have some friends in the Stalkers, right?
Oh, I mean, maybe. I have association with the Brawlers associates with the Stalkers. If you're in one, you're basically in the other.
Well, you got connections, I know. A little networking here and there. You probably know some people. Somebody in the Stalkers that might be, I don't know, somebody higher up in there. One of the guys that might know things.
What kind of things?
Well, I think it's best that you don't know those things because I want you to represent me. I don't want you to be getting in any trouble, so the less you know, the better.
Look, there's something called client representative confidentiality here. You sign up, you can tell me anything. It stays between us.
I can tell you anything, but I can also not tell you things. And I think I'm choosing the not tell you things part because I like you. As much as it may not seem that way, I do. I think you're a nice guy. I think you're trying to help people out here.
Everybody likes Nihlen Rack. That's nothing new. But look, if you're interested in talking to somebody in the Stalkers, the quickest and easiest way to do that is be in the Brawlers. Like I said, they're buddy-buddy. You're in one, you're in the other. They connect all the time. They go out on jobs together. That's the easiest way to get your foot in the door. I can get you a meeting, but I don't think anyone's going to talk to you if you're not in the Brawlers.
So I sign up with you. How fast are you gonna am I gonna get a fight?
Right away, as quick as possible. Look, there's an event next week at the Concordance. I can put your name next to the marquee. Maybe a little off to the right of the side of the title marquee.
I tell you what, you get me a name of the guy I can talk to, somebody of importance in the Stalkers, and I will be in that fight. Under you.
He pushes the paper closer to you. I can't get your name on the fight without being officially represented.
I pick up the pen and I go, I need that name and I'll need it soon. Like tomorrow, and some kind of connection. And I put the pen down on the paper like I'm getting ready to sign. Like tomorrow, Nihlen.
Hey, look, I got plenty of names. You want to talk to Jericho? You want to talk to Wendy? You want to talk to anybody? I got names out the wazoo here.
I want you to set up a meeting with me and somebody in the Stalkers that are... Do I know anybody? Have I heard any names from the Stalkers where I would know?
You can roll me a history check.
Let's see. Oh, 18 minus 4. 14?
Outside of any direct, literally going to the lodge and hiring a guide or hiring a tracker, outside of Christo Chisling, who is the leader of the Stalkers, I don't think you wouldn't recognize any names of specific Stalkers.
I don't think I want to go to the top, so...
Well, I will tell you what you do know about the Stalkers Lodge with that 14. You know that there are 5 rankings within the Stalkers Lodge. Each one, and that is obviously below Christo's position, being the guild leader. At the lowest rank, and basically the ranking is reflective of skill, very much like how you would move up in the Brawlers Club, but also reflective of how much a stalker of that level would charge to have their services hired. A member of the lowest rank of the guild would be a jackal stalker. They're usually the new recruits of the stalkers, and despite them being new, obviously they got into the lodge, so they have some type of skill set that Christo and others in the lodge deem worthy or profitable. So you would hire a jackal at a minimum of 50 gold pieces per outing. Next would be the gelatinous stalker. They would come at 250 gold pieces. Above that is the manticore stalker at 500 gold pieces. Then primeval owlbear stalker, which would cost you 750 gold pieces. And finally, the highest rank outside of guild leader is an ancient dragon stalker. To hire one of those class of stalkers, which would cost you at least 1,000 gold pieces to hire their services. So, most likely, knowing Nihlen, somebody of Nihlen's station, and he deals with the lowest level of Brawlers Club members, so by extension, you may presume that knowing anybody, he would know probably the lowest level of the Stalkers Lodge. So he would, these names he's throwing out, they will most likely be part Jackal Stalker level.
I look at the contract. Is it bind me to him in any way? What does the contract say?
So it is a 5-year contract to be represented by Nihlen Rack, and basically it's stipulating his cut of fight proceeds, merchandising. He takes 20% of anything you would earn. What you get for that is, again, his representation, his marketing connections, his connections within the Brawlers Club, and your specific contract outline there is a guarantee into the Brawlers Club membership. So Nihlen is saying and willing to put it to paper that he can guarantee you a spot into the Brawlers.
What about breaking the contract or anything in there about if one or the other wants to leave the deal, what the consequences of that are?
Yeah, there is just simply a severance fee, basically, which would be essentially another 20% of what was earned through the lifetime of the contract for either party to pay out if they wanted to dissolve it before the 5 years was up.
All right, Nihlen, you set me up an appointment with one of the people you know for tomorrow. And,
well, hey, like I said, I can get you the meeting, but if you're not in the Brawlers, I don't know that it's going to go anywhere. This is what I'm saying. You gotta get in that fight. You win that fight, and you're in the club.
So you're saying I can't even talk to somebody till next week?
Hey, I'm saying you can talk to whoever I set it up for you to talk to, but I don't think it's going to be very productive is all I mean. Now, if you think you can be persuasive, like I know you got a certain level of charm going on with your whole mystique there, Rumpke, but I don't know if you would charm a stalker out of any information here outside of what they would be freely giving some of their clients. I suppose that's the other route. Maybe you could hire one and for an outing or something and talk to him that way, but you go my way, it doesn't cost you nothing. In fact, it earns you everything. As he taps the paper, the contract.
My knowledge of being, a bronze level brawler's fighter, am I going to potentially be bringing in some pretty good change with just a few fights a week kind of thing?
Yes. So at Bronze League, basically if you are a bronze member of the Brawlers Club, any fight that you get, the minimum payout for just participating in the fight is 75 gold pieces. And the winner always doubles their earnings.
I think it's a good lucrative deal. As much as I don't want to be sort of associated with Nihlen, it is my way in, and it might get me a little bit of information. I hate being under two contracts at the same time. Something tells me these are going to be it's going to be a problem. But I go, all right, Nihlen, I know you've been talking to me a long time. You beat me down. I'm in, and I sign my name, Rumpke Dumpster. Which is not my real name. No, I don't say that.
Beautiful, Rumpke. Beautiful. Look, like I said, next week, Mela 7th is your fight, your chance. You win, you're in. And look, if you happen to lose, you still get the payout, and we'll schedule another fight for you, some other time. We'll get you in. Like I say, he taps the paper again. It's guaranteed membership into the Brawlers Club. That's what Nihlen Rat gets you.
All right, Nihlen. It's nice to be in business with you, and I put my hand out to shake it.
And he reaches with the same hand he slicked back through his hair, kind of grease up with his pomade, and shakes you back. Great doing business with you.
All right, I'll see you in a couple days. We can discuss the fight.
Do you just wish to return to the keep?
Yeah, I think I'll head back to the keep. I'll try to stop and pick up some of that sleeping medication that I had taken prior to not give me another level of exhaustion.
Okay, so you want to swing by Tincture Tonic Serum Salve once more and get another 10 gold pieces for a sleeping potion.
10 GP. All right, let me take that off here. I think that's. I think I don't want to go down to 5 levels of exhaustion. So it's going to be expensive, but I think it's worth it.
We don't believe Rumpke about the map, but we don't disbelieve Rumpke about the map. So he said there's something around this area. So I want to try and find Stinky. Stinky is one of the kids that tends to hang around outside more and is more explored the sewers and places like that, which is how I got the name Stinky. So I would assume he would be outside somewhere. I would probably ask one of the other kids if they'd seen him recently. Otherwise, I would just try and follow my nose and find him.
Okay. Yeah, you can get a general area of where Stinky has been. It does seem like one of the kids last saw him in the Quarrelers exhibition. So what you would know about the sewer system. There's graded access points kind of all across the city, right? And those serve as rain runoffs and actually predominantly rain catches. So the sewage system itself utilizes rainwater, basically harnessed during rainfall and to be used within the city. So these catches and tunnels, they serve as the first of 2 levels of the sewer system. So the rainwater and debris and detritus that might filter if on the street is caught, ultimately pumped to a basically filtration kind of underground area where it's attempted to made clean in a way to be used as drinking water or for other means of the city. And then the kind of waste removal pipes would be on the subsection, the lower section of the sewer, where part of that rainwater is diverted to have running water through that part of the sewer. So yeah, there's gratings kind of again peppered throughout the city. You can kind of maybe peruse around the quarrelers and attempt to bounce from the closest one where you heard he was, and okay, well, he's not around this area, maybe go on to the next one. Now, does he likes to be in the sewers? What is he, this type of kid who prefers to be in an enclosed space rather than a wide open one?
He just likes to explore, and nobody else would do it, so he's like, okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
And he likes to, because people drop coins and whatnot, so he
Yes.
finds treasures down there on both levels.
Absolutely, and you definitely know that is like how Stinky predominantly brings in revenue for the castle. And obviously, even within the Desolate Domain, just because of its ruinous state, there's still some sewer access and rain grates within the domain too. So like he doesn't have to go very far to be able to get down into that system to then further explore. So via the sewers, you could get anywhere in the city basically and pop up at one of these other gratings. Now that's not obviously going to be entirely safe, but he, like you say, is very well versed with that system. So you are able to find him. You get to like the second or third sewer grating. You put your ear down to each of them, maybe listening for him, and on this third one you hear like footsteps and maybe like a light like
Stinky!
Hello?
You down there, Stinky?
Hello, who's that?
It's Kylia.
Oh, I haven't seen you in forever. And you hear like a pitter, like a splashing through some water and a pitter of footsteps. And he kind of appears at the grate. He like kind of grabs on it as if he's like on the other side of a cell. Hey, Kylia.
Where can we get in?
Oh, here. Can you help me with this? And he starts to push it like towards you.
And I'll pull.
And it like creaks and like rust, kind of rusted around the edge of it where it sits on a little lip, kind of breaks this thin layer of rust, and you're able to, the two of you pull it off, and you can like hop in with them if that's what obviously what you're intending.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to be standing on the street talking to somebody.
Talking into a sewer grate. Yeah. Come on, Kylia, we all float down here.
Where's the red balloon?
Oh, it popped.
Oh no.
All right, so he'll like close it up behind the two of you. Look at all the things I found. And he like holds up a fistful of, like you say, like coins and like discarded pendants. Some of them are just covered in filth as he like picks around in what he holds to you in his palm.
Oh, wow. Oh, this one's really cool. Is this the kind of stuff you usually find?
Oh, yeah. Not this far out though. I've had a lot of good luck around by the bay, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of more traffic over there. A lot more stuff being dropped.
Just recently or in general?
Yeah.
You know, there's Veritas in the city.
Whoa, no way. Who are they?
We're not sure, but apparently they're some kind of important people.
Oh. What do they look like?
Well, mostly regular people.
Oh.
They wear fancy armor.
Oh, those regular people. I saw them. I saw them at one of our walls.
One of the walls around the castle?
Yeah. The corner closest to the bay.
What were they doing there?
I'm not sure, but it looks like they torn a section of it down.
Does Almo know?
Oh man, I don't know. This only happened like this morning. I was just kind of up early. Well, I was really out late. I got a little bit lost down here, and it took me a few extra hours to find my way back. And they were just there. You're like, it wasn't even light out yet.
Could you watch them, see what they're doing, without getting caught?
Sure.
That's weird, right?
I mean, I don't know what they want. It's just a bunch of burned old buildings over there. I've looked. Trust me, there's nothing valuable over there.
I have a weird question with all the other weirdness that's going on. So a friend of mine had this map that showed a hooded figure basically on the castle. Have you seen anybody underneath the castle that's not supposed to be there?
I don't think so. Not under the castle. But I did see somebody up up in the storage system. Because, I that was one of the last places I mapped some of the sewers up here. Because, not many people go there, so they don't really drop a lot of things down there. So I didn't find anything over there. But, one night I thought I saw movement in here in the dark. I mean, it's really dark down here. It's hard to tell sometimes. You want to see? I can take you there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Great. Follow me. And he takes you to basically like the first junction here in the sewers, and he moves to go left and then kind of shakes his head to himself and then turns to the right, kind of to start to lead you through the sewer here. And you just had a rainfall yesterday, so the water level here is fairly high. It's probably, shin deep, as the waters have had a few hours to subside within these tunnels themselves, but you're definitely like mucking through water. And it's not like sewage water or fetid water here. Again, that would be on the level lower. You get whiffs of sewage smell, but you're not amongst the sewage, right? So it is fairly tolerable down here on this level of the sewers. And basically, he leaves you, if you were to trace it above ground on the map, you find a kind of a sewer grate like just south of the Brawlers Club headquarters, basically. And he takes you on like a beeline northeast up to the storage system north, which is adjacent, it's between the bay and the plateau lift station there that you would take to get up to the plateau. He basically takes you to where there's, you kind of pass under a grating and you can see like sunshine filtering through as you have in, as you get to these gratings. It's really the only source of light down here. Obviously not a problem for you, but clearly Stinky is like stumbling around, and it looks like he's moving mostly by memory. He's just kind of always has a hand tracing a wall, but other than that, like, it's not like he's moving very slow. It seems like he has a pretty good knowledge of how mapped out these sewer tunnels are. And you pass under this grate, and you can just kind of peer up, and above the surface you see the like walls, the towering walls of the storage system. The storage system itself is just warehouses for city goods, mostly things either coming in or about to be imported or exported, depending if it's in the north or the south, right? In addition to like the city's food stores and emergency supplies and stuff that they always keep on hand in case something happens, right? But you don't go up that grating. He doesn't even stop there. He moves another 50 feet or so past it. With his hand kind of trailing the wall, he pushes on a section of it. I kind of fell into this by accident one night. But this is about where I saw him. I swear I saw him under like the moonlight coming in from the grating back there, and then he was just gone. And I was looking for him and couldn't find him. And then the next day I came back, with a torch, and I found this. And you can see in your superior dark vision clearly, like as Stinky pushes on this section of wall, there is like a very little outline in it, like as if it's been cut into the stone, like this rectangular section, as if it's like one massive block of stone. And it does just kind of push back. It leads into another small little tunnel with two flights of stairs. One that descends and the other that ascends.
Oh, wow. Does anybody else know about this?
I haven't told anybody, no. I've been, he kind of points down, I've been a little scared to go down there by myself, but I went up, and it's just like it's like an empty storage room up there. There's nothing in it.
Would you go down with us?
Okay, could you lead the way? I can't see very good.
Yeah, here. And I'll take his hand, put it on my shoulder, and I'll start going down the stairs.
You grab his hand and his like palms are like sweating. He begins to start sweating as he's clearly frightened but comforted with this older, this older person with him. Obviously, like you say, a number of the kids look up to you. Everybody generally likes Kylia, and clearly Stinky is one of the many kids that miss your presence at the castle since signing on to Zamo's contract and now living at the keep. So you descend, and it's just like this spiral set of rough cut stairs. Like many of the steps aren't even uniform. It's just like clearly haphazardly carved into and down into the ground, dug out. You descend for probably about 5 or so minutes, just down, 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 clearly very, very deep. This would very clearly take you much deeper than even the second level of the sewer system. Eventually you hit the bottom of what opens up into another tunnel.
So it's just a tunnel straight ahead of us and there's nothing else.
Yeah, even as far as your 120-foot superior vision can see, it's nothing but tunnel ahead of you for at least that distance.
Stinky is... we don't see anything. It's just empty tunnel ahead of us. Are you okay to go on?
Okay, maybe for a little bit.
Okay, if we do get into trouble, I can teleport you like 30 feet so you can get a head start, okay?
Okay. What's it gonna feel like?
Air. It's just a woof.
Like I'll feel like woof?
Yeah, and I'll say run, and I'll touch you, and you'll go woof, and you'll be 30 feet ahead, and you can just run straight back up to the stairs, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Very quickly, again out at your superior dark vision, you see the end of this tunnel, and it opens up into a larger chamber beyond it. And you don't even need to get to the edge of the end of the tunnel as it, opens up into the chamber before you're able to see in it. And very clearly you're like, so you're 60 feet now from the end of this tunnel. You can see another 60 feet into the chamber, and inside is a clear, enormous death head tree. It looks like old growth sized tree, like dozens of feet wide, like at its tree trunk base, like as if it's been here. Well, if it was a normal growing tree, it would have been growing for at least 100+ years. Its gnarled branches stretch out in this large chamber. It looks like the chamber is more than 100 feet tall. From what you can see of your vision, again, you're limited right from your view up, but it stretches up past your vision, and like every tree you found, budded from its limbs are severed heads hanging upside down by the neck, attached to some type of stem coming out of the branches.
Can I recognize any of them?
There are dozens of heads on this tree. Give me a perception.
And also, do any of them look like giants?
Good question.
22.
You don't immediately recognize any of the first few you can see on this side of the tree. They all do look like they're like medium-sized humanoids. I will say, with your very good perception, the heads look slightly aged compared to what you've seen on the 2 other trees now you've seen. Obviously, those trees you encountered, one in the hedge maze itself back in Marla of this year, and then obviously at the house across from Lonnie's place in the waterway. Those heads, many of them looked like they were like freshly sprouted, like perfectly ripe fruit, to continue with this fruit analogy. Many of the heads here, it's like as if no pickers have come to clean off the tree of the fruit. The fruit either a few of the heads are scattered on the ground as if they dropped off like a normal fruit would as it ages on a tree, but a lot of them still seem secure there, and they just seem old. Like the skin is obviously very gray, and like it's not rotting. They're very clearly prevented from decaying, so there's not like skeletal heads here, but very clearly just been here. They look like they've been here quite some time. What do you see? What's up there?
Shh. And I'll put my finger to his lips, and I will, like, because it's dark, right? He can't see anything.
No, he can't.
So I will, like, hold him in place with his arms, like, grab both his shoulders and, like, push down and say, stay, and push on his chest and be like, stay here, kind of thing. And I will try and get a little bit closer, maybe 20 feet closer.
Go ahead and give me a stealth.
21.
Okay, you very easily creep closer, and you don't hear anything from the room itself. There's no source of wind down here, so like it's not even branches swaying. It's literally just this tree existing. And if you recall from the last encounter, over in the waterway. The second the tree or the heads, wherever the perception comes from, they were very active and like vocally like groaning at someone's presence, right? So very clearly, whatever means of perception these just tree or the heads have, you're undetected. So there's no noises coming from this just chamber yet. As you creep closer, you can see the beginnings of the outlines of the perimeter of the chamber. It doesn't seem like there's anything else in here. The ground is clearly soil. The end of this tunnel kind of slopes up a little bit, like the soil has clearly been placed upon rock, right, for this tree to take root. So there's like a little like step up into the chamber itself in this soil, and you can make out what you think is another tunnel on the opposite end of the chamber.
So looking at the map, we're in the storage system north, and we've gone in this tunnel, so we're now underneath the plateau.
Give me a survival check, please, to see if you could gauge. Because remember, you're coming down a spiral staircase, so you're literally spinning.
Could have gone in a different direction.
Right.
4.
You do not know where you are, whether or not you moved north, south, or west. I guess presumably you could have gone east towards the water, because you haven't gone that far, right? You've moved 200 and a bit feet from the base of that stair underneath the storage system. So you're still for sure underneath that district. Have not gone far enough to be like underneath the plateau, which would also theoretically be under the prison, right? That's under the prison, under the plateau, right?
Gotta go back to Stinky.
Ah!
Shh, shh. And I'll like grab his hand and go back to the stairs. And go back up the stairs.
He's like quiet until you hit the top of those stairs. And then he kind of like vomits. Whoa, what was down there? What? That was so scary. What was down there? What did you see?
Oh, shh. Let's get out of here. Let's go out this secret door back into the water sewage part of it. Don't ever go there again. At the end of the tunnel, there was a room, and in the room was a tree, and the tree, you know the late night lopper?
Yeah?
The heads are put on the tree to grow and to be reused. So there was a head tree down there.
Oh my God! What do you mean reused? How? What? Used for what?
There's a creature called the bread beetle, and he can switch heads so he can look like somebody else, so you don't know who he is.
He like immediately takes a couple steps back from you.
If it was us, obviously we wouldn't be telling you.
Well, I don't know how the bread beetle takes heads. What if this is part of his process?
Stinky, really.
And he kind of steps back close to you and still kind of peering in the darkness, like looks at your neck.
I'll pull my shirt aside so he can see my neck better.
I guess it doesn't look like your head was cut off.
'Cause it wasn't. Use your brains, come on.
I'm scared.
Yeah, let's walk. Let's walk away from here. Don't ever come back here again.
No, never.
We need to go tell others about this. You stay safe, okay?
Okay, be careful. You shouldn't go back there either.
No. No, we won't. Not by ourselves. We won't. We promise.
Okay.
Could you tell where we were when we were down there? Like, were we still under the Wares district?
He will roll survival. He only got a 9. I don't know.
Because there was another tunnel on the other side of the room, and we were just wondering where maybe that went.
Guess it could have went anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't look like anybody had been down there for a long time.
Well, what if it leads like into the ocean, and then if you go too far, it'll like flood, and then you'll drown down there.
Wouldn't the water be in that room too, though?
Well, maybe there's something holding the water back.
Another reason for neither of us to go back there.
Agreed.
You ever talk to the other kids?
Some of them. Most of them just tell me I stink.
Probably best not to tell them about this either. We don't want any of them being looky-loos.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. What about telling Zalmo?
We will tell Zalmo.
Okay. You make sure that he knows I helped you.
We will. We will put in a very good word for you. You've been very, very helpful.
He kind of smiles in the darkness.
That's not creepy at all.
I mean, yeah, only you can see it. You just... okay, I'll go look at those soldier guys.
Okay, and probably you best tell Zalmo what's going on there. And, if you want to keep an eye on underneath the castle area and see if there's anybody just unusual there, you let me know?
Okay, I'll skulk around.
Okay. You know where we're staying now?
No, not really.
Okay, we'll tell him that we're in the Denizen in a place called the Keep, and if he needs to get me any information, that's where to go. If you're in any danger, you come find me, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Kylia.
Okay, thank you. Now, how do I get out of here?
Oh, this way. And he again hand tracing the wall, and he again does that same thing. He hits a junction and turns right. It's shakes his head, moves left, shakes his head again, and then continues straight down. Come on, keep up.
We don't know how you find anything down here.
All right, I got a 22.
What would have happened if we didn't open the door?
Probably nothing.
Freaking Helkruk.
He would have kept on going.
They could wreck my plants right now, which is very scary.
They're not going to wreck our plants. They're not getting over that threshold. Gosh darn it. Not on my watch.
I rolled a 15.
All right, Helkruk, you are first. The front door is definitely in disrepair. It's not fully inoperable. You could easily try to force it closed again. But you are up. You're 10 feet from this threshold. But obviously, a massive boom has rung out now in the streets here of in front of the keep. Audible of up to 300 feet away.
I don't want to hurt. Obviously they want to fight, but what do they want?
They've just attacked us.
I know, but what do they want?
Because they want to see inside our house.
It's a very nice place.
That dude smells the flowers, I think. I'm going to quickly kind of shove one foot behind me to brace myself from stumbling and falling after being shoved back from this attack, and then lean forward and kind of sprint right towards Mr. Bull and swing at him with a fist and make an unarmed strike. That's not great. 12 to hit.
12 is what you need. He has an AC of 12. 12 hits.
Huge. So that's 7 bludgeoning damage. Okay, so with my first strike landing, I'm going to spend a key point to make it a stunning strike. So he'll have to do a con saving throw or else be stunned. DC 12.
Oof, only gets a 7.
Ooh, okay.
So Mr. Bull is stunned, which means he's considered to be incapacitated. He can't move, can only speak falteringly. He will automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and any attack roll against him has advantage. Any attack roll. So now he can repeat the save at the end of his turn now?
He's stunned until the end of my next turn if he fails.
All right. Wow.
And then I will make a second attack. I can make 2 unarmed strike attacks.
You now have advantage.
Oh, that's going to be a hit. 18 plus 6. 24.
Very good.
6 bludgeoning damage. And I'm going to Flurry of Blows. So spend another key point. Block, parry, counter.
Yeah. I was literally just
block,
thinking that.
Parry, counter.
That's a 18 to hit.
Yes. Yep.
For not so good. 5 bludgeoning damage, and then I'm going to use my ability to shove. So they have to succeed on a strength or a dex, you can choose, saving throw.
Of which they automatically fail because he is stunned. So you easily just tip him over. How far does he go?
5 feet. And it's either, I can either push 5 feet or cause the prone condition. So I'm just going to push to get him away from our door.
Okay.
He falls
Well
down the
done.
stairs.
Yeah, you push him 5 feet, and because of the change in elevation, I will give you, in addition to the 5 feet, the prone condition as well. He just tumbles down these stairs, basically into Kendra. Kendra prevents him from going to the bottom, basically tumbling to the bottom. The clipboard discarded at his side on these stairs here
Is Inkpot broken?
Inkpot, yeah, spill over, overturned, quill in the air, slowly floating down, catching the feather on the end of it. In this flurry of blows that, hit him like 4 times in 6 seconds. Very well done. Next is Kendra. She does produce, she kind of flips back, one flap of her brown cloak and produces a dagger. She scolds at Mr. Bolt. You idiot! Useless. And then she kind of steps over him up to you, Helkruk, and will just attempt to stab you very fast, almost as fast as you, attempt to stab you three quick times.
You know what? I'm an idiot. I'll remember this for next time, but it's actually 15 feet.
It's 15 feet. Okay. Then Mr. Bull, yeah, he's at the bottom of the stairs now. Past, Kendra can't stop him unless she wants to potentially get bowled over. You've turned Mr. Bull into a bowling ball, and he goes to the bottom of these steps, 15 feet.
That was good.
His back's already a little bit rounded, so.
You know what? He looks like you might have straightened him out a little bit after that fall as he hits the street.
Call me a chiropractor because you've been adjusted.
Okay, so first 2 strikes, lowest is a 15 and a 26.
Those both hit.
Okay, and then the third strike is 16.
That is also a hit.
So you're going to take 10 piercing damage from the dagger, in addition to 13 poison damage. As you can see, as she's removed it from its scabbard, the blade is kind of glistening with some type of substance on it. And you now, unfortunately, have the poisoned condition until the start of Kendra's next turn, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. And then, basically, she is going to attempt... Well, she can't really move past you. You're kind of blocking this threshold, though. So she clearly wants to get inside. And you can see, now the door is flung wide open. She can peer around you and through the threshold and can easily visibly see and is attracted to the flower setup. Yeah, the stew. She's really looking for that stew. But she can see this collection of blankets, and obviously she doesn't know exactly what it is, but very quizzical, but it has clearly drawn her attention. Opal, you're up.
Oh, I hate this. And I saw that she's okay. How far am I from my flower babies?
They're within 10 feet, very close. You could easily get to them.
I would like to get to them. I would like to run with them.
Do you think that she could realistically pick them all up and run with them?
I was going to say, so to remind you, you have a total of 5 planted pots. So 3 new ones that you've just put the seeds in, and then you have your 2 fully grown specimens. One that's a purple and the other that is red, clearly still in that process of maturation.
I want to grab the red one and 2 of the newly planted pots.
Okay. Absolutely, you can do that.
Those seem more important to me because I know it turns into seeds eventually, blah, blah, blah. So for sure the red one needs to come. And I would like to run to the basement door. I'm hoping there's a door to that stairway or something, and I could shut it and try to block it or something.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a dividing door between the 2 levels. Yeah, so you kind of run to the back door of the keep where that descending flight of steps takes you to that 2nd floor.
Basically, if I dash, I have 50 feet. So I would grab the flowers, put them at the bottom of the stairs if I have the movement, and then move back up to try to join the fight again, but I want to try to hide these.
Absolutely. With your dash, yes, you can grab them, get to the bottom of the steps, and then now you're just cresting the top of that back flight of stairs to come back up to the main floor. So you can still visibly see what's happening at the front door through this house from the other side of the house.
And then I do have a bonus action I can take? Or
Yeah, absolutely.
My bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word on Helkruk. You heal 5. Oh, sorry. Total healing 9, because I get to add my Alchemical Savant healing of +4.
Big.
To healing rolls or acid, fire, necrotic, or poison damage, or restoring hit points, I get a +4 from my Alchemical Savant.
All right. Next is Mr. Bull, who is still stunned in the street. Then that takes us to the top of Helkruk.
I'm going to clap right back at Kendra. Same attack, basically. I'm going to swing at her with a left, 21 to hit.
Yeah.
For 6 bludgeoning damage. And I'll swing again. As
you make contact with that first hit, she takes it and full brunt of your strike, but immediately she had gained this scowl right as she's chastising Mr. Bull. It morphs back into that kind of bright disposition, Oh, Fred, a simple misunderstanding. We can certainly work all of this out. You want to roll me an insight check?
What? Does it seem like am I getting vibes that she has a disguise on?
Roll me an insight check.
Like a disguise self or something.
Does it hold up to physical inspection?
8. Yeah, I did inspect her with my fist.
You did do a thorough inspection with your fisticuffs, yes. I'm going to give you advantage on that insight, actually, because you're in combat with her.
18.
This is very clearly a ruse that she's trying to de-escalate so she can do something nefarious. Like, she's clearly full of shit, basically.
Right.
Don't trust her.
I think it's reasonable that Helkruk would be like, well, too little, too late. But does it seem like she is who she appears to be, or could she be like a different person in disguise? Am I able to tell that at all?
Well, again, with the physical inspection, there's no type of illusion magic that wouldn't hold up to physical inspection. So she certainly doesn't have like a disguised self or anything like that, because you would have seen through that with your physical interaction.
Okay. But yeah, as far as her intentions are concerned.
I mean, you've seen her switch back and forth between this kind of bubbly personality and this scowl very quickly, and now you've seen it switch back just as fast.
Is her name Kylia?
Oh no. It's Kylia in disguise.
But she's nasty.
Well, Kendra, I think it's a little bit too late to be talking this out after what you've done. Look at our front door.
And I'm going to take another step forward, kind of just like, maybe not mechanically, but just I'm going to continue like almost trying to force her back with my attack, even though maybe she doesn't actually move. And I'm going to swing with my right this time. It's for a 15 to hit.
That hits.
And only 5 bludgeoning damage. And I will Flurry of Blows for 13 to hit.
Yeah, 13 hits. Both of them are unarmored.
Oof. 4 bludgeoning damage, and I will spend a key point to Stunning Strike.
Okay.
So it's a con saving throw, DC 12.
Ooh, 11.
And I am also going to push her 15 feet directly behind her.
Okay. And she stumbles to the bottom of the stew right next to Mr. Bull. I'm again going to inflict the prone condition on her because of the change in elevation here. Well done. What else you got? Anything?
I'm going to close the gap and take one more swing with my second attack from Flurry of Blows. 19 to hit. That's better. 8 bludgeoning damage. How are they looking as far as damaged wise goes?
They're looking okay so far. Mr. Bull definitely looks worse. It just seems like Mr. Bull appears to be a little more fragile than Kendra. Not necessarily because he's taken more damage than Kendra has.
Right.
Okay, well, at the end of your turn, Mr. Bull is no longer stunned, but after you is Kendra, who is now currently stunned. So she can do nothing, can take no actions or reactions. Opal, you're up. You've seen Helkruk basically just shove Kendra down the steps. Both Kendra and Mr. Bull are out of your view currently because you're at the back of the house, and then Helkruk has also kind of disappeared below the threshold now, out in the street, clearly out in the street.
I want to run out the door. Is there a way to lock the door behind me? I want to lock the door and run out.
The front door.
Yep.
When you get to the condition of the front door, while it still can be utilized on its hinges, it does look like it doesn't sit fully in the frame. So you can absolutely try to force it into the frame and try to lock it behind you with your key.
Okay, no, then I'll just run 25 feet up. Hopefully I can see something. And when I'm looking down, are they all in a line? Or are they like spread out? What's it look like?
Helkruk is 30 feet in front of you. Kendra and Mr. Bold are prone 35 feet in front of you. And then beyond them is like the empty street. You know, if the boom from the thunder wave has drawn anybody, nobody's shown up from it yet because it's only been like 2 rounds, right?
Noticing that Kendra's the stronger in constitution of the two, Susie is going to look at Kendra and cast Ray of Sickness. Stay out of our house!
So Kendra is stunned, so you do have advantage on your Ray of Sickness.
22.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and that's 3d8 plus 4, 17 poison damage.
Oh, good hit.
Wow.
Well, I can only do that twice, max. So, or at level. Sorry, I cast it at level 2, so that's why I was.
Very nice. Okay, a good time to use some resources.
Probably can't walk any further since I only have 25 feet, but I'll just kind of stand on the steps or the bottom of the steps then, and just look defensive and be like, "Get out of here!"
Mr. Bull, no longer stunned, gets slowly stands up to his feet. He was prone. He has to spend half his movement to get up. No, accidents. And he will kind of move around you, Helkruk, up the steps. Doesn't leave your threat though, so no disengaging strike yet. But he is going. He grabs the clipboard here that's been thrown onto the stairs, and he's rifling through the pages. And he pulls out a page off of from the bottom of the stack, and holds up a scroll and begins to use this scroll. So can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please? DC is 17. You do have advantage on this though because you're fighting him.
I fail. I got a 12.
So on a fail, the target becomes charmed by Mr. Bull for the duration. No. So the charmed target is incapacitated and unaware of its surroundings, though you can still hear Mr. Bull. If Helkruk, if you take any damage or are targeted by another spell, this spell, which he has cast Modify Memory upon you, will end.
That evil. A spell most foul.
Does it make sense that if I were to heal him with another spell, he'd snap out of it, or does it have to be that?
It says targeted by another spell, so yeah, I would say so. Okay, so that was Mr. Bull at the bottom of the order. We go up to Helkruk, who is considered incapacitated, meaning you can take no actions or reactions. So, Opal, you just see Helkruk, like he's got his hands up in this fighting position, then they just kind of fall to his side, and he's just kind of staring blankly at Mr. Bull, almost as if he's waiting for some type of instruction. But after Helkruk, at the end of Helkruk's turn, Kendra no longer is stunned. Kendra shuffles up to her feet, and that scowl is back on her face. She kind of marches over to Mr. Bull, grabs the clipboard herself, pulls out a second scroll, and will try to do the same thing to Opal. Opal, wisdom saving throw with advantage, because you guys are fighting. DC 17.
Come on, Opal.
7?
No, with advantage!
I rolled a 6 and a 4.
You have also been hit with the Modify Memory. So, this is what happens now. In the span of a minute, basically, Mr. Bull and Kendra march everybody back inside the keep. You're unaware of all of this happening, though you can still hear when they speak to you. But they go in here and they find any Mineralis flower specimen they have depotted, thrown into the fire. They're rooting around this house. They find Opal's experimentation set up here. They remove any sample of stupor that they can find here, which is only the one dose currently. They pour it out down a drain. And as part of the Modify Memory, what they are going to do to you is basically they can erase or replace a memory from an instance that happened in the last 10 minutes. So this is the memory that they instill upon both of you now. You met and conducted a consensus with Kendra Sluiceberry and Mr. Bull, agreed to join up with the neighborhood watch in the Denizen, at which point they took their leave, and then the two of you decided that with this neighborhood watch and their efforts that they'll be taking against the Trinity, that it's no longer necessary for you to be dabbling with any of this Mineralis flower or stupor business. The two of you proceeded to destroy any of your specimens, basically removing any incriminating evidence that you may be involved with the Trinity, and have put the issue to rest. Essentially, you felt no need in this memory now that's being formed, right? As part of this memory. At the time, it didn't seem like it was necessary to experiment with any of this, so there's no reason to keep any of this incriminating evidence in the house.
And they destroyed everything in the basement too.
Yes. You again, as part of your memory, like you're in this house, as far as you know, there's no flower in here and there's no stupor left in the house.
Unbelievable. What spell is this?
Modify Memory. It is a 5th level spell.
Oh, geez.
And even the Even the tankier one was able to cast it?
They both use a scroll.
Well, Helkruk, I'm feeling tired. I forget what I was gonna do today, but there's not much to do anymore. If I don't need to experiment, right? So.
Yeah, this is kind of great news, actually.
Maybe we just go get some boards and fix the door a little bit. Those guys, I forget what they did, but the door looks a little messed up.
Yeah, did you say that there was anything about our memory that explains the door?
There was not. This seems to be a gap in the last 10 minutes of your interaction.
Oh, that's a bit odd, isn't it? I don't recall any damage being done to the door, and...
Look down the stairs out of the street there. There's some acid and blood. I think we're fighting them.
Do you think Opal would think that...
I mean, it would make sense that they were the last people that you saw, and in your memory, as they were leaving, you closed the door behind them, an intact door behind them, and then you went about and basically cleared the house, and now, as part of that process, something has happened to this front door. There's evidence of a fight in the street, absolutely. Perhaps tying it to the last people you saw. I wouldn't say that's a stretch.
I don't remember. Maybe they got attacked when they were leaving. And I think I would have heard the door being damaged, though, if there was a fight going on outside, right? That's so unusual. Oh, man, my brain is just, hurting trying to think about it.
Why did I want to burn my plants again? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know, I guess...
Why did I think I don't need stupor?
This, neighborhood watch is maybe gonna protect us, right? So
we don't need answers. We have a new...
Well, if we want to be accepted onto the watch, we need to, we don't want them finding out we have any connection to stuff like this. They might think they were in league with the Trinity or something.
Would I still want to be a part of this watch, or 10 minutes later am I like, wow, why did I really want to be...
Absolutely, you would be questioning it, because this doesn't inform your intentions or your wants or anything. It simply has put this memory. You have a memory of each of you agreeing to join this memory watch. This neighborhood watch does not mean that you still want to. You just remember yourselves agreeing to it. Absolutely, that would feel strange if it is not something you would intend at all.
Yeah, I would look at Helkruk and be like, I really, really wanted to join this watch, and I can't for the life of me remember why. And I don't know that there's much that would turn me to ruin my experiments. I mean, how am I supposed to help Rumpke now? This is not good.
Does seem like quite a big turn from what we've been trying to accomplish for a while now. It kind of hurts my head just to think about it.
How many hit points do you have missing? You beat up?
I am at a little bit less than half HP.
Yeah, so you're bloody.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I take a look at you and I'm like, Helkruk, you don't look so good. There was definitely a fight. Look at you. I mean, I feel fine, but you look not great.
I kind of look down at my arms and hands and
knuckles and yeah.
and my clothes and whatnot. Take a look, at the back of my hands and knuckles and see that it looks like I've punched someone.
This is all very, very unusual. I don't remember getting into these injuries. Looks like I've been beating someone up or punching something.
Well, and it wasn't me.
Well, no, why would I punch you?
We would remember their names from before the memory, right? I think it was the Hunchback and the Kendra lady. They did something to our memories or controlled us, because those flowers. It's in. I'm gonna go over and just look for any little dirt and seed and I don't know. I'm sad.
How could they do that? It must be some very powerful magic.
Okay, Opal, I'm going to give you a 5% chance of potentially recovering some type of seedling. Because they literally only had a minute to do everything they did, because that's the duration of this modifier. So they had to get in here, quickly, scrounge
Chuck
what they
it in
could. Yeah,
fire.
throw it in the fire, smash these pots, whatever they could do in and then get out in under a minute.
Yeah, smash pots doesn't mean the seeds.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me a percentile. I'll say if you get above 90%, then you find a seedling.
Oof, that's so hard. Oh, no. 52.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately,
Womp
it doesn't
womp.
look like anything is recoverable in the bit of mess that is still existing here.
Given that my mother was a teacher, like a professor of magic, would I have recalled hearing or reading about a spell like this?
Yeah, you can give me an Arcana check. Both of you can give me an Arcana check.
22.
15.
I got that int.
Yeah. All right. I would definitely say Opal more so than Helkruk, though 15 is still a good roll. Yeah, like the having your mind mess with is like not outside of the realm of high level magic. Absolutely not. And then you obviously there was a fight that happened here, right? The state of the door, the state of Helkruk, like that's very clear. Very easily something could have messed with your memory. Because again, like it feels like there are gaps in the last 10 minutes. How could you not remember something that happened like 10 minutes ago, right?
What do we do, Opal? This is... If what we are thinking happened, this is really bad. They know that we were growing those flowers, and we don't really even... that might not even be their names. Who are these people? Maybe they're with the Trinity.
No idea. I don't know. I don't know who they're with. I don't like them. I'm not excited to explain ourselves because I feel like we really let everyone down.
Oh, I feel so terrible, Opal. You have put so much time and energy into growing those plants to help. It's not our fault. We were affected by some very, very strong magic, I think.
I mean, I told you not to open the door.
I know. Oh, maybe it's all my fault.
Maybe they would have
Goodness.
broke it down anyway. There's no reason to speculate. It is what it is.
We don't know exactly where Rumpke and Kylia are, but maybe should we send them a message and give them a description of those two ne'er-do-wells, and so they can avoid them if they run into them on the street?
Okay, sure.
I grab my pockets and I'm feeling around and I'm stone in each hand. And I activate them, however.
Helkruk and I just got ambushed. The keep is fine. The flower's gone. Old Hunchman, young lady. Be on the lookout.
Listen up. There's information you can find at incorrigibleparty.com or worldanvil.com/w/Senta-Leland Steel. Our music is provided by Tabletop Audio and Sarastro. You can go to patreon.com/incorrigibleparty to support us or tell your friends. Rate and review us. Give us 5 stars. It's the least you can do. Also, join our Discord. Talk to us. Tell us how great we are. That's all. Yeah. Happy adventuring or something.
This has been a Sounds of Steel production.